I know. Go ahead, just drink it up. So, you can stop if you want. Take a drink. Hey, today's, July 12th, 2020. And, when you're done, you can just put it right here in my little thing right there. Me, Axel and the wheel and the axle incidents. We're, gonna have a topic today on, retirement. And, how people think that they're planning their retirement. In reality, they're not making anything. They're just making a wish list. Because in reality, you don't control your own life and you don't control your own destiny. It's the sovereignty of God that controls what happens to you. And if you don't believe that, then you have problems. Not saying that I don't have problems. I have my own problems, physical problems, mental problems. Yeah, those are different problems, clown problems, whatever. But anyway, a lot of people want to retire for the future, plan for the future, but you can't make plans, because if you make plans, like they say, there's this joke, there's a saying called, you want to make God laugh, make plans, because your plans can always get affected by that. Correct. Yeah, you're gonna have to help me out on this. A lot of words, like, I know, I slur my words and stuff. So, and I have some personal insight in this because I have a lot of uncles that retired supposedly and never seen a day in their life. So, what I'm saying is that you can't prepare for your retirement. Is the difference between...
No, you can't expect your retirement.
Okay, that's true. You can't expect it.
You could prepare for it.
Okay.
I don't think that you shouldn't expect to retire. That's what I think it is.
Okay.
Because
no, you shouldn't. You're right.
The truth is, most people won't ever make it to retirement. They won't get the chance. It's just statistics, and it's just the truth, man. Right?
Tell them the truth, Axel.
The truth is that...
Tell them how it is.
Most of us don't make it to retirement.
Yeah, you can't use you because you're making it very personal. You can't. You just got to make it a subjective. Got to make it very... We got to make it subjective. Okay. We can't, because there's no proof for objectiveness here, because people will come up with, oh, la 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 la, So this is truly subjective.
I don't know what you mean by subjective.
Subjective means that it's our point of view. Our point of view.
It's not really a point of view, though. It's true, though, because you're not going to make it. Most people aren't going to make it. It's fact.
So it's objective then. You're saying it's objective, meaning there's proof.
Yeah, there is proof
that people don't normally. And you know what? You're right.
There's proof that a good 40-50% of people don't make it to their 50s. And don't make it any older than that.
Well, you can tell by Social Security, by what they have as actuaries who predict the lifespan of certain people. And they use a lot of information, a lot of variables, and they determine lifespans. And that's how they've come up with
their plan.
Right. For example, they said you can't retire until you're 72 max, because they already know that a lot of people aren't going to make it to 72.
Exactly.
The earliest retirement is 62 because they figure some people are going to make it, but not everybody.
So they don't have to pay everybody.
Right. Exactly.
It's a ploy, man.
It is. It's just like the COVID virus. It's a ploy. And like I said, I have facts about two of my uncles who planned for retirement. They actually planned for it. I can't say that they prepared for it. Well, they prepared for it and planned for it, I assume. He worked at a company. One uncle in particular worked at a company for 35 years, and he told my aunt, "Oh, you don't have to worry. You're going to be taken care of when I retire, and so on and so on." Well, no sooner than a year after he retired, supposedly finished working to get his retirement and in Social Security, he had complications with his health that lasted about a year, and he really couldn't go anywhere, couldn't travel because his illness impeded him, and they did travel while they were working and while they were married, but after his retirement and his illness impeded him from going places, traveling, it wasn't until after that year of being sick with certain illnesses that he passed away. And the way the retirement was set up from his company was that if he took full retirement, his spouse would not get anything. But if he took like half or 3/4 of retirement, his spouse would get something. But unfortunately, he took full retirement and his spouse never got anything. And I have another story about a cousin of mine who planned retirement, and every year he would take a vacation, and instead of going and enjoying his vacation like with his family somewhere else at a remote spot or like Hawaii, or maybe he wanted to go to Mexico, Canada, I don't know, somewhere, Washington, that he decided to work at a fairground. So he would work his 2-week vacation at a fairground and put all his money away for retirement. And he always had 2 jobs. And till that fateful day of retirement never came for him, because I believe he passed away even before retirement because of exhaustion. So the quality of life, that you have here in the world has to be utilized, because you're not taking anything with you when you're gone. And so to retire, what does that really mean, to retire?
All retire actually means is you stop working your profession. You stop working in the public eye. You stop working, and to the government, you stop working.
But you still supposedly are going to have money aside, or money that you have put away,
Yeah.
so you can sufficiently
So you can still live.
Yes, you could live, and might not be the greatest or the largest amount, but everything that you've utilized and you've gained and you've earned and you've kept and you've during your livelihood should go to your heirs. And that was in the old days when Moses had sheep and all the the First Testament, all the people said, oh, I want my inheritance. They would all have sheep, goats, whatever, and they would give it to the sons, divided up before the father died. And
sometimes they can even take it early.
Yeah, like the prodigal son? Yeah. But I mean, those times are far and in between, because times pass, that was the First Testament. We have the Second Testament, which is the new covenant, and things happen, and society changes, everything changes, and can't always depend on not retiring when you want to retire. But some of us are lucky, and I consider myself lucky. I have the ability to spend time with my family, and I have food to eat, a shelter, I have a shower. So what else do you want, right? I buy myself a Hamm's beer once in a while, and there you go. And I enjoy my life. And that to me is a nice retirement. But to be thinking that retirement, you're gonna have all this money and you're going to have whatever you want, no problems. You're always gonna have problems, because life is suffering, and to enjoy life is to suffer at least. And there's no suffering, no life. That's what. There's different degrees of suffering and different degrees of happiness, and maybe somewhere in the middle you find it, and then you'll enjoy the rest of your life, and which is called retirement. And basically, that's about it in a nutshell. Like right here, I could get hit by this car coming, and I'd be in instant retirement. But I ain't so lucky. And but anything else you'd like to mention there, Axel?
Yeah. Well, actually, you know who Charles Schulz was?
Yeah, he was a cartoon guy who made Snoopy and the little dog. Yeah, Peanuts.
Well, when he retired in 2004.
Yeah.
He died a month after.
What?
Yeah.
He retired from writing and stuff like that.
Yeah. And a month over, he was gone. It was over.
Wow.
And
so
Stan Lee, he never retired.
Who's Stan Lee?
Stan Lee was the Marvel guy.
Marvel?
He was the Marvel guy.
Who wrote Spider-Man and Superman?
He was almost 100 years old.
Wow.
and ever since then he never forgot his life,
Wow.
and then he died because of cancer.
He had cancer?
It was a disease similar to cancer,
Oh, wow. It was like a cancer stick.
either like sarcoma or something like that.
Oh, okay. The old
But-
cancer stick. Everybody's on the cancer train nowadays. Cancer train. Woohoo, kind of like Soul Train. We're gonna have like a cancer train line.
No, but the thing is, you can't you have your life, and that's all you have. You have your life, you have your skills, you have what you know, and you have what you do.
Right.
That's all you have, and that's all you leave. That's all you leave with.
Well, you
The
leave
only-
your memories
No.
here when you're gone.
No. What?
You leave memories to other people of how you were when
No,
you're gone.
And you leave your legacy here.
Yeah.
You leave everything you've ever done
And-
publicly.
And
or
accumulated.
in secret is left once you're gone. You leave everything you worked for. You leave you do sow a garden that you'll never see, but you just assume that people are gonna see it. And it's just like it's kind of like it's interesting to me how people just, people are content. I get it if they're content with never being known,
Right.
but like,
That would be me. I'm content.
and I know you're content with never being known.
Just give me a bean and cheese burrito and I'll be fine. With little chicharrones in it. I'm hungry already.
And yeah, it's just kind of interesting to me how people are content not being known, and then it's funny because they say that people have this weird idea that they're saying that like in 2 generations it'll be forgotten. Well, that's common people though, and it's like the people that don't get forgotten
Or like Genghis Khan and
are people that have a legacy. Their large legacy. Everyone has a legacy of some kind. Like your legacy, old man.
yeah.
You're leaving this YouTube channel will stay forever as long as the internet exists.
All right.
And
And you too, little whippersnapper.
and
You'll see yourself 30 years from now saying like, man, did I have glasses like that?
and that's what a legacy is. And it's all goes down to if you're a good person, if you try to be the best person you could be, you're gonna be remembered as a good person. And if you weren't, you'll be infamous.
Wow.
But the thing is, it's interesting to me how either you're really good or either really bad, you'll still get remembered.
Wow. Interesting.
Because you would think that people will try to forget the names of the bad people.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
Like everyone from Genghis Khan, Vlad the Impaler, to Hitler.
Right.
We all know who they are. They did horrible things that we want to forget. Truth is, you can't forget them. It's history and legacies are one in one. Because we're making history right now, old man.
Yeah.
It might not be an important piece of history, but it could even be one of those weird college study programs like,
There you go.
Look at this, YouTube channels,
Old man walking. Old man rolling.
People might even form a name for the way you thought, like Tonyism.
Tonyism. Like, ain't got no money. Don't be calling me no.
Tonyism
Don't be asking for any.
Tonyism is the belief that you'll be fine with a bean and cheese with chicharron on a sandwich.
That's right, and you will be fine. You know why? Because the sovereignty of God will take care of everything. And if you don't believe in God, then that's your problem, not mine. You know, I mean, I'm fine with the way I am, rolling down the street. You know, everybody's gonna have an end. Everybody's gonna die. It's just how you choose to live your life
It's
while
all about
you're
how you choose to live.
alive.
Yes.
Because you're preparing yourself just so you don't have to suffer with the cold and not have any food.
You just.
That's what retirement really is not having to work so hard for the basics like food, shelter, and clothing. To me, that's what retirement is. Other
Yeah.
people look at it as like, I want a boat, I want to travel the world. Well, you know what? The world looks the same wherever you go. It's just different. Different foods,
whole-
different people.
Yeah.
But they all want the same thing.
Forget, that's what your life is supposed to be. You're supposed to live. And if some people that's something called living, but for you,
Yeah.
you don't need something like that. You just need good food, good
Yeah.
company.
In living the best life you can here on earth, because when you're gone, you're gone. You know, you're not, you don't want to be anything dirty, nasty thought of as, you don't want to be, everybody has to work, everybody has to pay their taxes, everybody has to die. Now
Those
how
are
you
the-
choose
those are
to
the
do
truths.
those, it's up to you.
Those are the truths of life.
Exactly.
And it used to be that everyone, it would have been the truths would have been everybody is born and everybody dies.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
No.
The only thing is certain is you die. Not even if you're born.
Well, the certainty now, and it's been like that for a long time, is like you're born, and if you live to be an adult, you have to pay taxes, and then you die.
Exactly.
And anything in between that
Is
is your life.
As your legacy, yeah.
Yeah. And your retirement is simply
The end.
it's an end.
It's
It's a
the climax.
decline. Yeah,
Decline.
It's the decline. That's because you already hit the plateau. If you hit the plateau of where you can do your absolutely best in life, now you can still work and benefit life, but at a more slower pace. That's what I think. That's
like
my job.
getting me to push you.
Yeah, like that. I mean, look it. I don't have to worry. I have somebody to push me when I want. You know, that's my retirement. It's being able to, to get somebody to push me. When Axel here, and I'm retired. I don't have to push myself. You know, that's one of the perks of being retired, and I am retired and proud of it. Glad I have a shelter. Glad I have a warm shower. Glad I have a warm bed, and food, and that's all we need.
Yeah, but we can't forget the only reason you are retired is because you got the cancer sick.
Right, and because I worked like heck all my life to put away. Well, here it goes again. I worked all my life to put money away.
Where's the money now, man?
It's what's feeding us and paying our house payment and stuff like that. You know.
Yep.
But I don't have to work for it because I already put it away. But that was my sovereignty of God. You know, I worked hard and I didn't see my children most of the time. And now on my last years, before my children are, most of them are adults except for this kid, but I can still enjoy them while I still have my health. And I am appreciative of that. And I love that. And, I can still catch a Frisbee. Can't run fast and to catch it, but I can still throw a Frisbee pretty damn good. And I get tired a little bit faster, but that's not a problem. You know, it's the way it is.
Yeah.
So, see, I can hold my own for a while, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But, we do this all the time. We go for walks. I can't walk very far for very long, but whatever I can do, I do it with quality and grace and finesse.
Okay.
But hey, anything else you got to add on there? I think that's about it. I don't want to start
we actually got it.
yabbering on everything else. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got it.
So let's leave them with a good quote.
Yeah.
Live your life good. Don't treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't do what you wouldn't want others to do to you. Don't be a jerk. Don't be an ass. And don't be a racist. That's for one thing. and everybody has the right, just like you do. That's why we have this great country of ours, and don't let anybody push you around. And
Except me.
yeah, exactly. except if you're in a wheelchair, and that's about it. And go to church. And
You know what we say here?
adios,
Adios,
gato.
gato.